welcome back to Ebb Ko. Come with me while I do a full set. So here I am with my nail client, and the first step is to clean the nail plate and to kind of start prepping the cuticle. I use my sanding bit to go in and get all of any oils maybe left on the nail and remove any previous nail tension they may have, like old nail glue, or just if they pop their nails off or anything, then they just kind of just to prep the nail. This is just the first start to go in and prep the nail. So as you'll see, I'll do all the fingers this way, and it's on low speed, about 3 or 4. Remember, never a high speed on a natural nail plate, and just go in and kind of get the area kind of rough so that all your nail tips and acrylics will stick to the nail better. After we get through sanding down the nails, I then go in with my cuticle bit. I do use it on every client. This just helps prep the cuticle area, remove all the dead skin. Normally, if my client doesn't have a lot of bad cuticle area, I use this part just to kind of go ahead and not clean it up. If I have to use the nippers, I will, depending on how bad the cuticle area actually is. But for her, I just needed to go in and kind of just clean it up, because her new growth or from her last set didn't grow out that much. It wasn't a lot of dead skin, so you just see me kind of go in to remove it just so we can have the perfect prep. Okay, then, so when I got to her other hand, I seen that she probably had a few hangnails, or some of her dead skin or cuticle growth was kind of a little wild for the extra cuticle bit. So I just went in with my nippers to go ahead and clean it up, again, to have the perfect prep. I finish that step, I always dust my client's hand off, and I normally use the alcohol wipe to prepare it as well. So then after that, I go in with my dehydrator on each nail just so we can make sure the nail plate has absolutely no oil left on it before we apply our tips and get ready to apply our application. You want to make sure you do this step for every set, whether it's a fill-in or full set, because we want absolutely no oil on the nail beds. That is what helps cause the lifting. Okay, after we dehydrate the nails, it's time to apply the tips. Now, off camera, I didn't record that process because I didn't want the video super long, but normally I do go ahead and size my nail client's tips before I start applying the glue, because I don't want to apply the glue and then it's the wrong size and boom, you have to start over. So I always go ahead and have them laid out so I can know which one is for each finger. Once I put up the tip of glue on the spot, I do the rock method so that I can ensure the tip is actually secured so it won't pop off, move, or which I think in this video one of them did pop off, but we fixed it. Yeah, there you go, boom. I knew one of them did pop off, probably because how the way I rocked it or my nail maybe hit it. But yeah, just be sure to use the rocking method for the tips so that you can get them to stay on, and also give your glue enough time to dry, and then your tips will be secured. get the tips applied, we go ahead and cut it to the client's desired length. My nail clipper is a little kind of old. I need a new one, not gonna lie. So sometimes it goes straight through the tip, sometimes it don't. And that's where you see me just go in with the scissors and I go ahead and clip it. Sometimes I use scissors to start with because I know they kind of just give me trouble, which means I need to just order me some new ones. I'm working on it. But I just go ahead and cut it to my client's desired length to see what they like. And after I do that, I go ahead and make sure they match before I blend the nail tip and start applying the acrylic. Okay, after I cut tips down, I do kind of file it a little bit to the shape of their liking, just so it's easy to apply the acrylic and you won't have that much work to do. Now, if you choose to do this still, make sure you do it lightly because, again, it's only nail glue on the tip and no acrylic yet, so you don't want the tip to pop off. However, it does help with less work after you do the actual application. So I just went in here. She wanted coffin, even though the preferred shape is coffin. We did do some cutting, so I just do a little adjusting to make sure that she get the desired shape that she wants. After I kind of shape it, I do go in with my sanding bit and blend the tips. When I do longer nails, I do not blend the actual tip of the nail all the way through because that part really doesn't matter, but I do make sure on every set I blend where the glue meets the natural nail. I blend it in so that it won't look like, artificial nail. It'll blend in like a real nail. Other than that, you can wait to file if you want. It's kind of just up to your choice. I kind of, like I said, I do it just so I can know how to lay the acrylic. I won't lay too much acrylic or at the end have to do too much filing. And then after that, you begin to go to the next step. Here, you just see me making sure that the nails are the same size, so that once I start putting the acrylic on, I won't have to overwork myself, and we want all the nails to actually match. And then this is where I actually go in and do the sanding of the natural nail tips. That's the part I was talking about. You just kind of blend it a little. Remember, left to right. Make sure you lift so you won't give your clients a ring of fire or nail burn. And then after that, we proceed to the next step. Okay, and the next step, I think I forgot to do the dusting off the camera. Normally after I dust it, I wipe it with another alcohol wipe just to get all the filing off. Then the most important part, primer. Make sure to prime your natural plate so that the acrylics can kind of become adhesive to the nail plate, so that when your client's nail grow out, it'll continue to grow naturally and not lift. This is a very important step. Please make sure you do not skip it. If you think you skip it, it's important to try to remember to go back if you haven't done the other hand so that you won't skip it. But primer is the number one main part of making your acrylics last. Okay, so next is where we go ahead and start applying our application. This is just me putting on acrylic on each finger because, like I said, this is a full set. I may not record the whole process because it will make the video a little lengthy, but I am going to try to show majority of it so you guys can see how I lay my acrylic, and maybe some tips and tricks will work for you. Again, acrylic laying is a practice thing you have to just do and get used to. For me, I have different methods. I honestly have different methods depending on the client's fingers. And this set I was actually using some new brushes I had just kind of ordered. So I hadn't really broke them in yet. So it kind of took me a little longer. And I think I did not like those brushes. But I'm going to try using them one more time before I really give up on them. But yeah, so this is just the acrylic laying process. I think I recorded the whole hands, like both hands, but I think I'm going to chop it down to just a few fingers so the video won't be that long. But yeah, just to keep in tune so we can see what's next. after we apply the acrylic, I go in and shape my client's nail just to make sure we get the crisp we're looking for, just in case we got any extra acrylic hanging off the side or just misplacement. This is the part where you go in and really define the shape your client actually wants. Again, okay, and once I got done filing and shaping the actual side, I go in with my other bit that I like. I actually can't remember the name of it. I think it's a barrel, a small barrel, and this just helps semi get any shape you don't want off the top of the acrylic. That makes sense, like if you're having lumps or humps or just missed pieces. This goes in and buffs and smooths the nail out. It also seals the cuticle lightly in the process of while you're getting it done. So I love this barrel. I have to tag that bit in my thing because it's one of my favorites. Like, it actually gets my buffing done for me and make the nail extremely smooth, so I won't have to go back in and hand buff the nail. Okay, once we get through smoothing out the application, my final step is to use my taper barrel bit, and I go into the cuticle area only, and this is what helps me seal the cuticle. Sealing the cuticle is very important because that's what causes no lifting. That is what helps your nail make believe that the acrylic is the natural nail. So when your nail grow out, your acrylic will grow with it, and it'll grow like a natural nail and not lift up. So this is just the process I use, and I do use the tapered bit because it works really, really good. Gets all the little unnecessary, if you had any cuticle flooding, any of that, it will actually help to get all of that off your client's nails. Last but not least, I'll go ahead and start doing my client's design. She had a referral picture that she kind of wanted something similar to, so that's what I did. So these next steps is just me simply polishing her nails, her putting her hand in the dryer, and me doing the designs. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on your alerts for our videos, and follow us on all of our socials. Instagram and Facebook is Ebb_collection, and I can't wait to drop more videos for y'all. See you guys soon. Peace.